Guys, today I have for you the best new exotic SMG Backfire legendary setup in Division 2 period. The reason why this build slaps harder than your mama is obvious. With full stacks and buffs we can receive almost 400% crit damage.
Barbecue chicken alert!
That will be painful to your enemies, and of course we are using new ninja bike backpack which will unlock for us new dimension with this build, because as you know guys, in returns you should receive that annoying bleed effect, but that's not the case. Think twice. Uncle Butcher with some dirty secrets here, and I will say something crazy guys. I think everyone should create this build. The reason is really simple. You will have hazard protection against all status effects in the game. 100% without bleed resistance mods or hive, booster hive, nothing of that caliber. Simple build, ninja bike backpack, backfire, SMG, and that's game over. And in a dark zone and of course in conflict, time to time you will run into the teams with annoying status effects builds such as fire starters, stinger hives. Even here you have basically from explosions, shock from the dogs. I'm not bothered with all the shenanigans, stinger hives or Chungus backpacks, no bleed whatsoever. From explosions I will not catch any fire if nearby barrel will explode. It's absolutely must have in my eyes, but there is some kind of weird glitch right now going on in the game. I will explain it in my build guide. Yeah, something is not really working as intended in the game, but anyways, you have 100% hazard protection, not bleed resistance, but hazard protection. That's really important difference in this one. But before we continue, a quick word from today's sponsor, Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammate, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews, you can check everything by yourself. But now with my promo code RBDIV you will have 15% discount on absolutely all services. Amazing deal, so hey, maybe check these guys out. But now let's get back to this legendary Backfire exotic SMG setup. And like I said, the reason why it's shield free is pretty goddamn obvious, because you have stupid amount of crit damage. And obviously if you will pair it up with gunner specialization, you will get armor back on kill. That will increase our survivability. Really nice synergy guys. And for distraction reasons, of course, I'm using pulse, benchy pulse, and my striker drone. Really dope skills to use. And like I really love, I'm digging those setups where you can run freely without shield. Run and gun playstyle is for me. I will not sit behind the cover, and shield play after 4 years in Division 2 is kinda sickening me. I can't watch on shields anymore. You got the point guys. This build is absolutely amazing, and like I said, we have 100% hazard protection, not bleed resistance particular, but against all status effects. But there is huge but, and if you want to be updated in general with all the best PvP, PvE builds, let's reach 8 likes and subscribe. Bastard. Anyway, for specialization, for PvE, note, for PvE we will use gunner, because gunner will provide us with armor back on kill, increased fire rate that will allow us to stack backfire much quicker. Of course, foam grenades, handy against Chungus, hunters, rogue agents, and of course medkit with bonus armor. For PvP, you should use technician specialization, and you should use vector ACP 45 ACP with linked laser pointer attachment, because you can apply that attachment on that gun and use a flatline and spotter on chest piece. So yeah, I think that's clear. For the guns here, I'm using Backfire as my primary weapon. It will work really well in PvE. In PvP, you will not use Backfire. Forget about that. Never ever use Backfire in PvP. In PvE, you can easily stack this gun and now you don't bleed whatsoever. You have skills that you can use freely. It depends on your playstyle and your preference. You are not restricted now to booster, hive or technician specialization to get extra skill tier to boost your booster hive even further. You can do whatever you want and have fun. Actually, you can use whatever specialization here. So that's the reason why this build is so goddamn OP. It can fit any playstyle, but hazard protection setups are absolutely necessary in PvP. Absolutely must have. Every goddamn player needs one hazard protection setup. For second weapon, I'm using Dark Winter, name it SMG with Perfect Killer. Again, really nice SMG in PvE. In PvP, you should use the same exact SMG type, but use Flatline, maybe Optimist or Measured. And the reason why you have to use that SMG, because you can apply linked laser pointer attachment on that, and that's the highest rate of fire in the game, 1200. For the pistol, I'm using DZ Orbit exclusive pistol with perfect finisher, kill non-elite enemies, switch to your main weapon, boom, 40% crit damage. And for the gear, here is the strange thing. Previously, you had to reach 95% hazard protection to be immune to any status effect. Right now, I have 100% hazard protection with my build, and I have to use one bleed resistance mod to be immune against bleed on Backfire, because I'm not receiving bleed from any other source, only from Backfire. And I will show you at shooting range that something is off, because I really received bleed, and that's the well. Let's check the footage. I guess I will. This will explain better than my weird words. So, as you saw, I reloaded Backfire and received bleed effect, but in my stats, I have 100% hazard protection. 100, and still I got bleed effect. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe some weird glitch with Backfire exotic SMG. Maybe something is not counting correctly. That's the reason why I have to use one bleed resistance mod instead crit damage. When this will be fixed issue, we will have 150% crit damage, and like I said, we will reach almost 400 with Orbit. It's really dope synergy. For PvP, you have two options. You can replace Obliterate Talent with Spotter. Spotter will work with Flatline really well, or Unbreakable. Unbreakable is really nice talent in Dark Zone and in Conflict. So yeah, you have a couple options to choose from in PvP: Obliterate, Spotter, or Unbreakable. I would recommend the Spotter, because you don't have to stack it like Obliterate, and you will not be depending on your crit chance. So you are receiving flat amplified weapon and skill damage. For the gear, I'm using two pieces from Eclipse Protocol to receive status effect buffs. That's really handy with my Banshee pulls. And of course, 30% hazard protection. 30%, that's a lot, man. 30%. So 30% from Eclipse Protocol, two pieces, 10% from my watch, that's 40, 10% on my Sokolov chest piece. Now I'm using one Yal's gear piece, and Yal's gear piece will give me 5% extra weapon damage and 10% hazard protection. So from one Yal's piece I'm getting 20% hazard protection, from one Cheshka again 20% hazard protection. This build is absolutely dope, guys. Have it, try it, and use it in PvP and PvE.